Hey guys, this is EJ Hall with the Wolverine.com and On 3, and I'm here with Michigan quarterback commit Carter Smith, the leader of a new era as Sherrone Moore gets ready to put together his first recruiting class. Carter is already on board. We're going to talk a little bit about his decision as far as picking Michigan, but before we do that, let's talk a little bit about your offseason, Carter. I know you've been working on some more, individual private training with a quarterback coach. I know you've been you gave up other sports to focus on football. So just talk a little bit about your off season and how you feel like you've been improving over the first couple of months.
Giving up baseball was definitely tough, but my passion for football really kind of started to take off once I got to high school. So I figured it was time to kind of hang those up and really start becoming a quarterback. So I started training with Coach Hewlett up in Jacksonville, and we started going up there quite a bit. And just trying to put on a couple extra pounds in the weight room, get faster and that kind of stuff. And then kind of add on my football IQ as well, just trying to really master the playbook and be able to read defenses and that kind of stuff. So I'm kind of piling it all in right now.
You were the Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Florida as a junior. You beat out Ohio State signing Jeremiah Smith, who was the #1 player in the 2024 recruiting class. How much did that award mean to you? And just talk a little bit about your junior season and how you were able to, earn that accolade.
It definitely meant a lot. And I mean, Jeremiah Smith is a great player, so to be able to get the award over him definitely is special. But no, I had no idea I got it. So it was a good surprise. But no, we had a really good year this year. Everyone was firing, defense, offense, special teams, all that. So it was a really good year. And it kind of all clicked. And really, I guess the prior offseason definitely helped out a lot personally. Kind of starting to lean towards football more, focusing. I could already, myself and people around me already noticed a difference in just my playing ability and reads and just being able to lead the offense,
You talked about giving up baseball. I mean, it wasn't like it was just something you played on the side. Your dad, obviously played in the minors. You already had some attention there, 90 mile per hour as a sophomore, that's kind of rare. So having the opportunity to potentially make money right away and passing that up, to focus on football, what went into that decision and why football over baseball?
It was definitely tough, especially, I played it since I was probably 6 or 7, so it was definitely tough to hang up. But it was just something, I don't know. It was just, I had so much more fun on the football field than I did during baseball. And I was like, I'm just not going to go out here if I'm not going to enjoy it. I can't do that to the coaches, my family, or my team. So I just figured it was time to hang those up and really kind of anchor down and focus on football.
What are some of your goals for your senior season, especially knowing that you've kind of fully dedicated yourself to the sport of football?
Definitely to kind of replicate what I've been doing, numbers and stuff wise, but I'm still chasing that ring, so that's kind of the main goal.
Let's move on to Michigan. Obviously, you gave a commitment not long after you got an offer. I mean, you made the visit out there and committed. What went into that decision?
Definitely a lot of thought. I mean, it was probably about 2 weeks, something like that. I mean, that was probably the talk of the family dinner table for every night for those 2 weeks. But there was just something different about, just going around the facilities and hanging around the game, and being around all the people. It was just something clicked with all of us. And I think having my family feel just as comfortable as I was pretty much kind of sealed it.
You committed while Jim Harbaugh was still the coach. Obviously, he's off to the NFL with the Los Angeles Chargers. Now you have Sherrone Moore coming in. It's a promotion from within. I know you texted me and you were pretty excited about Moore getting the job. Tell me a little bit more about Coach Moore and why you wanted him to become the next head coach.
No, Coach Moore is awesome. I honestly, there's really no one else I would have wanted to take that job other than him. So it's great to have him there, and I feel like he's going to do a great job. I mean, you saw what he did as the interim coach. I mean, beat a pretty good Penn State team, won the track game, and then beat Ohio State. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And just being able to see all the players kind of rally behind him as well and kind of show that same spirit definitely made it a little bit easier seeing it. because it was a possibility for a while that something like that could happen. So being able to see that and then just talking with my family and stuff like that about it, I mean, everyone's super comfortable with it and everyone trusts him. So I'm excited to see what he does.
What was it like having Coach Moore stop by the high school?
Oh, it was awesome. Being able to talk to him a little bit was awesome. He's just, he's so down to earth. It's really easy as a player and a recruit to get on the same page with him. And I don't know, it's just something easygoing, just kind of relaxes you too. But I'm excited.
Kirk Campbell is the new offensive coordinator. Obviously, he was your lead recruiter as the quarterbacks coach. What are your expectations for him as OC? And just talk a little bit about your relationship with him.
I think he's going to do really well. It's going to be exciting to see him kind of open up the offense a little bit more. So that aspect I'm really excited for. And it's probably been since last spring we kind of started talking. And since then, it's just kind of become a regular thing. I think he's a great guy. He's a great coach. And that's another hire that I wouldn't have wanted to see anyone else take but him. So really excited to have him in that position too.
Has he shared any of his plans with you? Like, all right, Carter, I'm going to implement some of this, or I'm going to do some of these things. This is how the offense might change. Has he had a chance to tell you any of those things?
Not really, but I know for sure he's going to open it up a little bit more air-wise.
He's come out to see you twice, or just twice this month. I know he's seen you in the past as well, and he's seen you throw, on multiple occasions. Have you picked up anything from him? Has he given you any tips? Has he already started coaching you up a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. It's I get a little excited with my feet when I throw, and that's kind of one of the big things that I'm working on right now. I'm getting better at it, but it's like some of the deeper stuff. You can see me hop up on my front foot a little bit, but mainly my feet, which has definitely helped out a lot.
Other schools obviously stopped by as well. I know Mike Norvell was here with Florida State, and your dad mentioned some others, but he didn't give me any names. I guess, what has it been like having other schools here, and how have you kind of handled that since you're already committed to Michigan?
It's definitely cool to see, everyone kind of still has some interest, but I feel like I've kind of told them all the same thing. I like where I'm at, and not much is really going to change unless something drastic happens, so I'm locked in.
What's keeping you locked in despite all the changes and everything going on?
I feel like everyone's just been so open and really communicated through everything, so I kind of knew what was going to happen. I was able to talk with them and talk with my family, and just, the people they're hiring and who's stepping up, it all, I guess, makes myself and my family really comfortable, so we really have no issues with anything.
Something we first talked about when you committed, and I've talked to your dad about it and your head coach about it, is you not really caring about NIL, and that's become such a big thing in college football recruiting. What's kind of your opinion on NIL, and why did it not really factor into your decision at all?
I've never really been like what's the word, like a money hungry? I don't know. Like that stuff doesn't bother me. You cherish what you have. I got a great opportunity to go play football at Michigan. That's good enough for me. So it's just never really bothered me. And now it's, if you're good enough and you can play, you're going to get money. So there's no point worrying about it. That's just kind of how I've always looked at it.
Obviously, you are the leader of Sherrone Moore's first recruiting class. What does it mean to you to kind of hold that spot?
Oh, it means everything. They just won a national title. They're the top dogs right now. So being able to be, I guess, that kind of face of the class, it means a lot to me.
As the face of the class, you have to get a little more active on the recruiting trail. Who are some guys you're trying to bring with you?
Definitely DJ Picket. I was talking to Avery a little bit, and then Cameron Sparks just announced his top 6, so I'm trying to get on that one too.
You have a connection to DJ Picket, and for those of you that don't know, Picket is the #1 safety in America, the #7 overall recruit in the country. We talk about him so much, I know it off the top of my head. So tell me a little bit about your efforts with DJ and, just your connection with him since you've known him for a little while.
Yeah, so we grew up playing baseball against each other. God, how long? That was probably 10 or 11 somewhere around there. So we grew up around each other a little bit. But no, my dad and his dad are good friends, and they talk a little bit. But you can only sell something so much. But I mean, Michigan won a national title. Reloading, team's gonna be good again. I mean, good academics. It's got everything you need. So I mean, I'm just kind of putting that out there, and I know my dad's working a little bit too with that one. So it's the place to be.
Away from the field, let's get to know you a little bit. What are some of your hobbies away from football when you're not, on the field grinding? What do you like to do on your off time?
I like to fish a lot. I mean, it's tough with my schedule now, but whenever I can, I'll try and get out on the water. It's got to be a pond or something, so be it. But yeah, fishing, and I mean, I don't have much time to really get out there,
Yeah, I see you have the fish chain.
Yeah,
what is that?
That's it. It's a snook.
It's a snook.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you might enjoy Lake Michigan, up in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
So you never know. But I guess last thing is just what should Michigan fans expect from you on and off the field once you do arrive in Ann Arbor?
Definitely, I would put my all in for the school. I mean, them giving me this opportunity, I feel like I have to do something in return. So I mean, working in the community off the field, obviously in the facilities and stuff, putting in my effort just to be able to kind of provide for the people around me, just as they did for me. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Carter.